What's going on, guys? It's your boy Hammer back with another supplement review, and today I'm talking about something that's the type of product a lot of people sleep on, a lot of people ignore, and a lot of people might be leaving some gains on the table, some performance on the table, because if you ain't hydrated, you ain't going to perform at your best. So without further ado, I got to lift, you got to lift, we got to get hydrated. We are talking about Intellekt Hydr8. Now, the fine folks at Intellekt, we got in touch, and they were willing to send over some products for me to try and put some reviews up on. They got no influence on what I'm going to say here, all my own thoughts and opinions. But that being said, I took a look at their product, and this one, or their product line, I should say, and this one immediately caught my eye and said, hey, I want to try that. And I think a lot of people would have gone right for the pre-workout, right for the pump products. Those are great products too. But I wanted to try the Hydrate formula. Hydration is something that, as an athlete, over the years, I have seen how it can be such a hindrance to your training and your performance when you are dehydrated. If I fly back from a wrestling trip and I was on a long flight and I haven't got a chance to get my fluids in, get my electrolytes in, I am not going to be able to have the best workout. If I, for some reason have been ignoring my hydration throughout the day and then I try to go do cardio, I am going to gas out, I'm going to cramp up, I'm going to just feel generally worse. Downstream, it could affect so many things, from your hormonal cascade to cramping to how you feel to how you sleep to how you digest. Hydration is important, guys. And as I've gotten more and more seriously into trying to optimize my training and my performance, I have really focused on hydration. So I saw this, I said I want to take a crack at it. So what is this bad boy all about? We're going to pop it up on the screen. Normally I ignore this little first part of the supplement facts, but with this, it's kind of one of the most important parts. So anyway, we got chloride as sodium chloride at 700 milligrams. We got sodium as Himalayan peak salt, 500 milligrams. Potassium as potassium citrate, 300 milligrams. Magnesium as magnesium bisglycinate. I love that form of magnesium, by the way, at 125 milligrams. Calcium as calcium citrate at 100 milligrams. Then we move on to some things that make this product a little unique, because you got creatine monohydrate at 3 grams. You got Himalayan peak salt at 300 milligrams. You got coconut water powder at 250 milligrams. Estrogen at 50 milligrams to absorb it all. So, let's break this down. What's this mean? Well, it gives you all your electrolytes, gives you good sources of them, good doses of them, in a good balance of them. I should say good ratios of them. And then it throws in, the coconut water, the Himalayan peak salt, and then 3 grams of creatine monohydrate. I mean, for anyone who's not aware, kind of the old standard was get your 5 grams of creatine. And over the years, more and more evidence is showing that higher dosages are really beneficial, upward 15, 20, possibly even more. So I'm always trying to get at least 20 grams a day. But if you tell me I get an extra 3 in my hydration product, throw it on in there. I am not going to complain. I wouldn't say this should necessarily replace your entire creatine intake, although it could, especially if you're taking this twice a day. You got 6 grams right there. But I am not going to complain about getting some extra creatine in the day. What have I noticed using this product? How do I like to use this product? What are the effects of the product? Well, first of all, it's a juicy watermelon flavor, and it's delicious. I have used, like I said, I'm not lying when I talk about electrolytes. I have something like this, electrolyte powder, but this is just an unflavored electrolyte powder. So it's like, if I'm not throwing this in a pre-workout or an intra-workout, I have to go and mix up it with some, some freaking Crystal Light or something, just in order to kind of get it down, because otherwise it just makes salty, nasty water. But this is really, really refreshing. I'm drinking it right now because I'm getting ready to go do cardio. But that being said, that's probably my favorite way to use this. I've done it where I get up first thing in the morning and I have kind of like a hydration digestion drink, throw a scoop of this in there. But like I said, if I wanted to, I could just throw plain unflavored electrolytes with that. But I really like using this as my kind of pre-workout for my cardio. And because I train my cardio typically non-stim. So I'll take a pre-workout in the morning before I do my weight training, but then when I come back for cardio, I do it non-stim. And there's just something fun about the routine of taking a pre-workout. When you love it, you love it. So I might take some pills, I might take some, my like a Paul and Molotov, non-stim thermogenic, or I might even take an Alpha-O pill, or something like that. Some green tea capsules, whatever I'm gonna take. But I just like taking a pre-workout drink, even if it's not a pre-workout. So sometimes I get in the habit of like grabbing a random pump formula just to have something to sip on before cardio. But it's like, I don't really need a pump formula before my cardio, but I definitely do need better hydration. I do need electrolytes. I'm going to be sweating my butt off. And what I've noticed is as I've started doing this kind of routinely as cardio, when I'm getting in that 40, 50 minute mark in my cardio, where I'm typically having to kind of like pause the machine and let the burning in my legs stop, and I'm, it's not a huge difference. It's not going to turn you, evolve you into an athlete that you're not. But I definitely feel like I'm able to finish my session without hitting pause on the machine as often as I normally do. And if sometimes I'm taking, like right now I'm using huge supplements, they're carnitine products. That's a liquid carnitine. It's like, I don't want to just take shots of carnitine and chase that back. So I mix it in the drink with this, and it's great. It gives me a pre-workout experience without having to take a pre-workout. And it works very well at doing this. This is also something you could use intra-training. If you have a long session, sipping on this during the training will kind of help get you through it, keep you hydrated. For those that aren't realizing this, hydration does not just mean drinking water. If you are sweating, if you are going hard, your muscle contractions, your force output, all of this relies on proper electrolyte balance, proper hydration. And this is just a great little product that does it. It's simple, it's straight to the point. It's not some game changer product. It's not an absolute must-have. But if you want to optimize your training, you should be looking at a good hydration formula. And if they're going to throw in some creatine in there, hey, we ain't going to complain about getting some extra creatine, right? So, man, Intellekt Hydr8, nice little hit of product, super simple, but super well done, and I freaking love it. I can't get enough of this stuff. I've even found myself some days just pouring this in a shaker cup and sipping it while I'm doing chores around the house because it's something sweet that tastes good, but I don't want to, obviously, I don't want to freaking just take a pre-workout, or I'm not going to just mix up like EAAs always for the heck of it. But, I'm like, hey, I could use some electrolytes. I'm going to be training hard. I'm going to be sweating. I live in Arizona. It makes sense. So this is a great product. It tastes fantastic. It does what it needs to do. Simple but effective. I think that's all I got for you. So yeah, if you're looking for a hydration formula, check this one out. Intellekt Hydr8. Can't complain. It's got your boy Hammer's seal of approval. If you like the video, click like, click subscribe, click all the buttons, do all the things. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at AlexHammerstone. Thank you for watching. Comment with what you'd like to see next time. I'll catch you guys on the next supplement review.